Hello to all the amazing people out there. Hope you guys are having a great time. This is your friend Ashish and I'm back with another interesting lesson. And today in this lesson, we are going to learn what is a participle phrase. What is a participle phrase? What does it do in a sentence? How to use it? When to use it? We'll learn everything about it. I'm excited. I'm ready. I know you guys are too. Let's kick it off. Alright people, now let us understand what is a participle phrase. A participle phrase is a phrase that means a group of words that starts with a participle and acts as an adjective in a sentence. Now we need to understand what is a participle. So guys, a participle is a verb form, either the present participle, which is verbs ending with ing, or the past participles, that means verbs generally ending with ed, d, t, en or n, that works as an adjective. Guys, it's very important that you understand it is formed out of a verb, out of a present form or the past participle form of a verb that acts as an adjective in a sentence. It does not work as a verb in a sentence. Though it is formed out of a verb, it works as an adjective in a sentence. It's very important to understand this. So a participle phrase is a phrase that starts with a participle and works as an adjective in a sentence. Now let us take some examples and understand this. The man jumping in happiness won a car in a lottery. So jumping in happiness is a participle phrase that's starting with the present participle jumping. And this entire phrase is giving information about the noun men. Which men? Jumping in happiness. So this participle phrase jumping in happiness is working as an adjective in the sentence and modifying the noun men. Which men? The man jumping in happiness won a car in a lottery. Let's look at the next example. Did you check out the video made by my sister? So made by my sister is a participle phrase starting with the past participle made. And this entire phrase made by my sister is working as an adjective and modifying the noun video. Which video are we talking about? We're talking about the video made by my sister. So made by my sister is our participle phrase. Made is the past participle and by my sister is a prepositional phrase that's working as a modifier. So this entire phrase made by my sister is working as an adjective and modifying the noun video. Let's look at the next example. Devastated by the news, he broke down in tears. Devastated by the news, he broke down in tears. So in this example, our participle phrase is devastated by the news. Devastated is the past participle. By the news is our prepositional phrase that's modifying the verb devastated. So this entire phrase devastated by the news is modifying the subject he. It's telling us more about the subject he. So guys, a participle phrase can come in the beginning of a sentence, in the middle of a sentence, and also at the end of a sentence. When it comes in the beginning of the sentence, when you start your sentence with a participle phrase, there are two things that you need to keep in mind. Number one, you need to separate it with the rest of the sentence using a comma. That means you need to use a comma right after it. Like we did in the third example, devastated by the news, comma, he broke down in tears. The second and the most important thing is, if your participle phrase is coming in the beginning of the sentence, make sure the noun or the pronoun that it modifies comes right after it. If there is too much distance from your participle phrase and the noun or pronoun it modifies, it is going to be a mistake that is generally known as a misplaced modifier. Let me give you an example and make you understand. Built with expensive materials, he bought a shirt. So built with expensive materials is my participle phrase. Now, after this phrase is coming, he. Can he be built with expensive materials? Definitely not, right? So the noun that actually this phrase is modifying is shirt. Shirt is the noun that is built with expensive materials. Since it's quite far away from this phrase, it looks like that this phrase is modifying the subject he, which is not the case. So because of this too much distance, we have a misplaced modifier. So how to correct it? See, there are two ways to correct it. Either place the noun or pronoun it modifies just after it, or use the participle phrase just after the noun it modifies. Let me give you an example. He bought a shirt built with expensive materials. Now this makes complete sense, right? He bought a shirt built with expensive materials. It is very clear that built with expensive materials is the modifying phrase that's modifying the noun shirt, right? It's very clear. And if the participle phrase is not coming in the beginning of the sentence, make sure you place it right after the noun or pronoun it modifies. Alright, let me give you some examples and make you understand. I saw some pens in his hands made of gold. So made of gold is a participle phrase. What is it modifying? Is it modifying hence? Can hence be made of gold? No, this is definitely not modifying hence. See, this phrase, this participle phrase made of gold is modifying pens. But in this example, it seems like it's modifying the noun hence. Hence made of gold. Though it actually modifies the noun pens. I saw some pens made of gold in his hands. So guys, the problem is that we have not placed a participle phrase just after the noun it modifies. And that is why it is creating confusion. That is why it sounds odd. I saw some pens made of gold in his hands. Sounds better, right? Sounds correct. Alright, let me give you one more example to make you understand. Did you see a girl near your house fighting with your mother? So fighting with your mother is the participle phrase starting with the present participle fighting. What is it modifying? It's coming right after the noun house. Now, house cannot be fighting with your mother, right? Your house cannot be fighting with your mother. A person can fight, right? So this phrase, this participle phrase fighting with your mother is actually modifying the noun girl. Alright? A girl is fighting with your mother, but it's coming right after the noun house. Now, a house cannot fight with anybody. So this participle phrase is misplaced. We have to place it after the noun it modifies. So the correct sentence is, did you see a girl fighting with your mother near your house? This is the correct sentence. So I hope you guys got it. Now one more important thing guys. When a participle phrase comes in the middle of a sentence and gives non-essential information about the noun it modifies, it needs to be offset. You need to separate your participle phrase using commas. Let me give you an example. The Taj Mahal built in Mumtaz's memory is beautiful. So the Taj Mahal is a subject, is a noun. Built in Mumtaz's memory is a participle phrase. So this phrase is giving information about the noun the Taj Mahal. But we already know what Taj Mahal is. There is only one Taj Mahal in the world and we already know it. So this phrase is giving non-essential information about it. This is not helping us to identify the noun the Taj Mahal. We already know it. So this needs to be offset. This needs to be separated using commas. So we'll say the Taj Mahal, comma, built in Mumtaz's memory is beautiful. So that is all about today's lesson guys. We have come to the end of the lesson. I hope you enjoyed watching this lesson. I hope you learned something new today. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, any doubts, do let me know in the comment section below. And I'll see you very soon. Till then, keep learning, have fun. I'm out. Bye.